There go Big Rollo. Come on. Peace.
What's going on, world, man? It's your man, Old Jimmer, man. If it ain't messy, it ain't me. This is a little midday messiness. In case you haven't noticed, we are blessed and honored to have our first guest on the show, guest speaker. We are also blessed to have a role reversal because he actually pulled up on us. So what you see right here is our first away Pigsty PullUp.
You already know what it is. Pigsty PullUp. Old Jimmer, Pigsty Bullies. Skirt, skirt. You never know where we could be. Your front yard, your backyard, local meet and greet, or at one of the baddest shows in the nation. Tune in and get messy with your boy. Because if it ain't messy, it ain't me. And you know at Pigsty Bullies, it's messy.
With the Mr. IQ Stacker himself, none other than Mr. Quinn Dale. Man, hey.
Thanks for the introduction.
My brother.
Thank you for even having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's an honor to be at the Pigsty Bully Camp right now.
Already, man. It's been great conversation.
Oh, yes, definitely been.
We had time to get some food.
Yes, sir. We got some good fish out here.
Yeah, we took them down the south side, man. When took them to the Scrimp Shack was closed up in the suburban land. Yeah, they was closed on Sunday, but we got we ended up going to Bay Seafood off of Midlothian or whatever. So I went and had me a flounder sandwich. He had him a flounder sandwich. He had him a whole damn buffet.
I'm like, you know what? I need something to go down the road. I'm taking a plate to go one time, bro.
So I definitely had some good home cooked greasy Richmond Cap City food. We're definitely able to chop it up on a different level as far as our assessment of where the game has been and where it's going. But from our conversation, it seems like you have a little more season in the game. So how long have you been in the bully world and bully environment?
Well, I would say, if I really look back, I would say pushing 10 to 11 years I've been running around, entertaining the shows and learning. And up to this day, I still am learning.
Okay. 10 years, that's a long time. So you've been able to have a decent assessment on where it has been since you've gotten the game.
Yes, sir.
And to see if there's been any forward motion, and if so, is the motion headed in the right direction? So
well,
how do you feel? Do you feel from your assessment with 10 years? 10 years is a long time. That's a good amount of time, people. How do you personally feel? What's your opinion on where the game has grown?
All right. Well, first of all, let me thank you I feel honored for being the first one on the show. And
Absolutely.
Thank you very
my
much.
privilege. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You're already. We deuced this
Yes,
over
sir.
here. We deuced this,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
I'm on this
Already.
road trip making my stops. So as far as for the question that you asked, as far as me being in the game for 10 years, and is there any change, and is it a good change, or is it a bad change? Now, from my mindset, I would say it's good. It's a good change. Now, there's a lot more people involved, and there's a lot more dogs involved, and now we got the exotics. So the reason why I mention the exotics, because that's where all the hype and the commotion is stirred up. But now you got some guys producing some real nice exotics, and I could appreciate a nice looking dog. You know what I mean? Once the dog is healthy, functionable, and working.
Nice looking.
Right. Nice looking and functional, you know,
That
it's
part.
accepted. So at the same time, like Ed Shepherd said in one of those live videos, he said, let the people in the community do what they want. But at the same time, it should be a standard. It should be a limit for allowing the people to do what they want. Who's to set that limit? I don't know.
Yeah, the limit.
So that's why I'm still learning. You know, still things to learn here.
I'll get straight to the shit It's messy. If it ain't messy, it ain't me.
You already?
Do you feel like, I'm gonna be a little methodical, as there are old laws like segregation,
Right.
things have changed, people have had for emotion, but those laws were still the same. So there had to be an adaptation, a change to those things. And, there you have these new laws of fair rights, just like the LBG. Everybody wants to have fair. Laws change, things change. There was an old standard, now there is a new standard, and people are living by these new standards. So do you feel like at any part of the structure of the game as it stands right now that there should be a new standard applied to anything, any class, and don't matter, Excel down the pocket?
Well, to be honest with you,
is the standard, is it subsequently sequentially the same? Are we looking at the same kind of dogs now that will measure up to the original standard in the bully game? From your personal
from
assessment,
my point
with
of
10 years in the
view,
game.
we're not looking at the same dog, because now they eliminated the extreme class, and now the standard became an extreme. So right there, it's not the same dog, personally, to me.
Right.
Right? From where I came from and from what I actually know.
Okay.
So as far as for structure and where the whole thing is going, I think it's going in a good route, because everybody has a goal and everybody has an accomplishment. So for you to get to a certain point and accomplish certain things, and even have people notice and accept a dog for what it is, now, like I said, it has to be functionable and a working line dog. Now, at the same time, healthy dogs do matter.
Right.
Bigging up my boy Chewy. But that's where I feel that the whole community should go, the healthy direction.
Okay, health. Y'all know I'm on my soapbox right now. Health. Okay. Now, in my personal fucking opinion now, again, if we were to stick on in my opinion, and again, it don't matter what the fuck I say because I'm in the game with y'all.
It don't matter what you say, bro. It matters.
No, I mean not to that, not in that regard. Like I don't want people to get misconstrued. They're like, man, he always, like I say, I explain myself when I don't have to explain myself, but I'm just sharing myself with y'all.
Right.
So when I'm sharing myself, I don't like to be misconstrued to that point. That I'm being negative or you know what I mean.
It's a positive feed all around.
Yeah,
that's what we about.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, I'm in here with y'all. So if I'm talking about certain things for a reason. So we got to talk about healthy dogs, and in my personal opinion, as we were discussing earlier off script, I felt like when more health issues came in, that came in from where we went away to what the original standard as we knew it came to be. When you lose sight of the undisputable American Pit Bull Terrier that where a bitch can have fucking puppies falling out the sky under a truck. I mean, like, everybody know that.
Now you got to pamper the dog.
Yeah.
You got to pamper the
so
dog.
When you went from here to here, the English Bulldog and Corso or whoever flavor was shaking the dice that day and wanted to try some shit, it's like, in my opinion, I've learned different health effects that have come into the bigger or the shorter breeds have come in because it came from different natural things that come with the other breed that they brought into the situation. And it did not come for the most part from when they started with the origin of American Pit Bull Terrier and that Staffordshire Terrier.
So now let's talk about the origin of the American Bully. So now you just mentioned the origin.
Let's go.
So now you got all these other breeds that's established.
What's going on, Felix? What's going on, Kill?
Felix, what up? These breeds have been established since the 1800s.
Right.
Now, when did the American Bully... The question is,
2004?
Is the American Bully
when it got legally stamped?
All right.
To
so
say
it got
was
legally
a breed.
stamped in 2004. So now you start counting from 2004. That's when the breed legally got established. So basically, we have to continue a legacy of this establishment.
Mm-hmm. And how do we do that?
Well, we can't keep trying to reinvent the wheel. It ain't gonna happen that way. You get what I'm saying? So,
but this is some real politics, people, because we can talk about a problem, but then we have to
find a solution.
Have a solution
to solve the problem,
and it has to be a workable solution because just like
without
this is
conflict.
Yeah, but that is inevitable because this is just like a world problem right here.
I know.
This
But
is,
I still got to put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a world problem because at the end of the day, the truth is, okay, we got to scrap, boom, 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 and purify the situation. Because at the end of the day, X amount of dogs are already out there. At the end of the day, nobody's going to, we can talk till we blue in the face about who fucking up the game, who shouldn't be rebreeding what, but outside a couple hundred people that's, you know what I mean, there's thousands already out there.
Right. Already done it.
And the generation, as they say biblically, grows younger and weaker, stronger. Was it wiser and weaker? So people come behind us, not pay attention to pedigrees. Now they just gonna start grabbing anything now and throwing it in. So the odds of that coming back is damn near tenfold. American Bullet, he got his pedigree right there. The man comes.
This is all peds. This is
all peds.
peds.
All legit registries.
All legit.
Yeah. Nothing goddamn swinging out that thing.
Ain't no swinging thing going on there. Everything official from day one. From my first mail.
Playing hangman
that
out
collar
this
that I
bitch.
wear on my neck is from my first mail in this pets here. And he started my whole line of work to a point where it's like I'm at this point now. And I feel like I need to put my stuff out there. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
And that's
You know?
and that's what we all should be doing. And it's only a chosen few. We know the many are not gonna get through the gates. It's only a chosen few, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, you already know how that goes.
And we apply that to every round. only the few are gonna get through. So at the end of the day, we only here to challenge the people. We only here as we push the envelope ourselves. We challenge you to do the same because we challenge you to be a fuck boy and a fuck girl. Then that would be as equally wrong. So we're gonna try to do something equally right. And
also educating the people.
With education, knowledge. I'm writing in my memoirs, Father God. Knowledge, man.
Cause they need that.
Building a business, I'm gonna give you a brief.
I need it too.
Yeah, building a business is like building yourself, and you have to know yourself to know your business. So there's levels to knowing yourself, which will make you a more effective business person. So at the end of the day, the key to all that shit is knowledge. Being able to attain the knowledge and useful application of the knowledge. Right. If you don't know how to use the knowledge that you obtain, you're still as worthless as you were before you had the knowledge.
Exactly.
So if people are not properly applying the words that we're the advice we're giving you, then you'll forever be lost. And we don't have to know everything to know there's certain laws that can never be changed. You know what I'm saying? Once you find out rudimentary shit, foundational shit that cannot be disputed. Like, you can't get outside of those things.
You can't fight that.
You can't get out of having, like he was saying, a healthy dog. You can't, like, and the fact that we got to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Throughout all my years of breeding, I actually just did my first outcross.
How you doing, Rachel? Appreciate you checking in. What's up, Trey?
An in-house outcross, and I just tapped into Dax and Miyagi bloodwork, going back to two dogs way back, Concrete and Miyagi. Concrete and Pokemon. And I just tapped into Dax and Miyagi. So Dax and Miyagi just got into this book this last year.
So he took a little time. He took a little time to whip that sauce up, is what it's saying. It took a little bit of time to whip that sauce up, and it came through trial and error. It came through knowledge, getting knowledge, and the useful application of said knowledge, man. And when you do that, and you go through the pains of people who have purpose and longevity in this game and have a vision for themselves, it's always perfect timing. It's kind of like God is like, he's never there, but he's always on time. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, what happened? Then you look in the books and,
like,
wait a second. Wait a second. Eureka. Then you got 10,000 gigawatts and niggas in the DeLorean going back to the future. You know what I'm saying? It is what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? You struck lightning, and that's what it is. And when you have those things, and you can proudly make positive steps to impact the game in a positive way and not do what they say is fuck up the bully game, because as we know, the bully game is, the proverbial fuck up right now, because people are complaining people outside of the bully community who do not have the certain blindnesses we get after spending thousands of dollars and talking to our girlfriends and wives and begging them to let us buy another fucking dog. They are able to look outside that and say, hey, we do not see consistency. So again, I'm in the game with y'all. I'm tens of thousands in this motherfucker with y'all.
Yes,
so with
sir.
that being said, it's like, if you don't pay attention to what the people outside who are looking at the hard work you claim you're doing inside, they're telling you, hey, the bitch ain't straight, it's a little bit crooked. You like, fuck you, I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
And you end up in a shithole anyway.
So sometimes you got to take that bit of information and say, we need to tighten up. I need to tighten up. If there's not a we, I'll start with the I situation. Let me look at my foundation. Let me restudy my pedigree. Let me have my pedigrees in order and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me have it long enough to where I don't go ahead and get it right before fucking breeding, and I ain't look at my pedigree for real, but I just brought it off the strength of my homie because I wanted to show love, and now you flagging some shit and don't even know what the fuck you
nothing
flagging.
about it, right.
Yeah. So that's part of the problem too. What up, guy?
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Yeah. Matt, it's Q, Matt. On podcast. So if you're not doing your homework and not doing being prevalent in the situation and doing your due diligence, you'll get lost in the sauce.
Definitely will.
You'll
You'll just be all for the hype.
All for the hype.
It's just all for the hype.
And that's for Vaseline boys and girls. That means dick riders. That's for them people who like to be. But unfortunately, it's all parts of the game, and it's all needed. So again,
Right. So
I'm a fan of some shit that people might call me a dick
all
rider.
that's needed. But on that note, I would like to put that stuff out there. What I like to put out there is that positive energy, and we're gonna take it in such a way where we know what we need to do.
Amen.
We all know what we need to do. Stop
Amen.
playing. Come on. Y'all know what y'all need to do. I know what I need to do, and I'm doing it.
One by one. So at the end of the day, this was a very before we go, I'm gonna show y'all his dogs. He brought his pups with him, man. So we're gonna show you the dogs right quick, man. And then we're gonna bust it up on some grown man shit off camera.
You already.
So we're gonna take a look at Zeus.
Zeus the God and his son Buddha Man.
All right, go ahead and bring him up here so I don't get off the joint right fast. Loving you is easy cause I just can't go too far. I'm my own cameraman too. This is good stuff. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Trey Law Dogs, baby? Yeah, knowledge is power. What's going on, Ada? Felix? Yes, sir. Yeah, man, you gotta put the work in, man. Man, yeah, we appreciate that, Felix, man. You gotta put the work in. If you don't put the work in, what the fuck you expect, man? Yeah, we got Buddha over here, and we got Zeus, man. Hey, what's going on, Aiden? Appreciate you. Shout out from Albany, Georgia, man. Appreciate you, love. All you see is dome. That's a thick pup right there.
11 weeks, yeah.
11 weeks. Undisputable. And his daddy. A motherfucking monster. Come on, man. We talking about America Bully old school blood, man. When you say you fucking up the game, man. When you say they fucking up the game. There's people coming up this bitch, goddamn. Raw dog, no rubber, man. Raw dog, no rubber.
And I produced this boy from me just line breeding. Ain't tap into nobody blood work, so I just tapped him into Dax and Miyagi.
Line bread.
This is what I got.
Line bread. Tapped in Dax and Miyagi, and you already know what it's hitting for, man. You already know it's hit. Where you at, big guy? Come on, it's ticking, man. That boy got ticks all over, man. He infested. That man got Lyme disease, man. He got so many ticks on him, he got Lyme disease, man. God damn, why is he still alive, dear God? Yeah, man. So it's just like that, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Super Bowl Sunday, man. If you ain't got no gasoline, go ahead and get fueled the fuck up. If you got some good drink slowly. It's gonna be a long night. I'm hoping it's an old school slugfest myself personally. I may lose my voice to pass out before because we've been flying high all morning. So, you know, hopefully I'll make it through the game. Other than that, I appreciate y'all tuning in. If it ain't messy, it ain't me. You saw Mr. IQ Stacker right here in the midst of the style. I'm going to give y'all one more quick look and shut up.
It's messy out here.
It's messy. It's messy, man.
Star zone right now.
It's Messy, man. Mr. IQ Stacker, the mud baby, last 80 baby, old Jimmy, the nigga you love to hate. As always, do something right or don't do it at all because it's wrong. And wrong is wrong when wrong is right. But if you're right, then right is wrong. And sometimes you just gotta admit when you're right because even when you're right, you're wrong. Yeah, it's